Hello, hello from the North Shore of Maui. And thank you, Garrick. I remember you from my very first rainbow gathering in 1981 and many more after that. Thank you for being a mentor and holding this beautiful space. I'm here to join this amazing gathering of ancient and wise souls in reverence and celebration of our dear, sweet Mother Earth. This third rock from the sun is something we tend to take for granted. We're like fish in water. How can we even grok the mystery and magic of being not only alive on a planet where there's water to drink and mangoes falling from the trees, but conscious? We are able to use our powers of imagination and intuition and empathy to transcend our own myopic self-absorption and think about others, to reach out and embrace the entire community of life. And that's something so beautiful that happens at the gatherings, that there's room for all kinds of diversity in the rainbow. And in this time of dissension and racial tension, this lesson is so important for us all to remember. And I believe that connecting and honoring our Mother Earth is the great unifier. All of the us and them thinking of our team, our country, our belief system, our name for God being different and better, all that falls away when we pan back and see the beautiful blue-green pearl of our beautiful goddess Gaia against the darkness of space, and realize that we are one family sustained by a single mother, making us all related. Home Atakuyasin. Every microorganism in the soil, all of the flowering trees and bushes, the medicinal plants, all of the different colors of butterfly wings, the whole thing is this miracle that if we step out of our trance, we can remember to lay our lives down in service with awe and reverence to this mystery of life. Clearly, we are not the author of this mystery. All we know is that life moves through us. It carries us in deep, unseen ways. All we know is that we're awake. And when we wake up, the natural thing as we behold the beauty around us is to be in gratitude and reverence and appreciation. But being conscious just by ourselves is no bargain. Can you imagine if you were the only awake being on this planet? It would suck. What makes it so sweet is that we get to witness each other, not only behold the majesty of the supreme Atman, the soul presence, the spark of the divine that each of us carries, but we get to know each other and interface and appreciate one another, to uplift one another, to be there when someone needs a word of reassurance. And this community is the solution. Like Tuzi's song goes, this is the solution that's going to allow us to transcend these illusory differences that create the divisions that make for all of the inequities in this time. And I believe by honoring our mother as the goddess Gaia, as Pachamama, it becomes the thing that can draw us all together. Because one thing that I have seen from traveling around the world, that look of peace and comfort on a sleeping baby's face who falls asleep at her mother's breast is universal. We may have different words for God and so on, but this idea of cherishing our loved ones, of feeling a sense of obligation and responsibility to mentor and take care of and bring up the young ones until we can pass the baton to them and defer to their Buddha wisdom. It's something that we all can share. One thing that all the Republicans and the Trumpers and everybody can agree on is that we all love our children. And we want the best for our children's 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 children. We want to be able to pass on a vibrant and living paradise like we have inherited. Sure, it's got some problems like global warming and so on, but this planet is so beautiful, so abundant, full of a myriad of life, every ecosystem in balance, that this is something that is so precious that when we gather in communities and recognize that, it gives rise to kind of a natural communal effort to share locally grown food, to give a voice to everyone, to invite creative self-expression from each person with their own unique gifts. It was our sons, Wolfchild, Gabriel and Eli just offered some songs earlier. And our philosophy of parenting was to just support them in exploring what they were curious about, what they were drawn to, rather than trying to inculcate some pre-existing values about what they should be. We allowed them to reveal to us who they were and gave them the enriched environment and encouraged them to express themselves without worrying about being judged by others. That's another beautiful thing about the rainbow. There's such openness and tolerance. You can wear your hair short or long, you can wear clothes or not, you can believe in whatever you like, as long as you adhere to some basic values of kindness and nonviolence and consideration of the whole. So on Earth Day, I just think it's a beautiful time to remember our shared inheritance, that we're not the owners of this earth. As Chief Seattle reminded us, we are a strand in the web of life, and what we do to the web, we do to ourselves and all being. And there's a comfort in that. We're part of this swirling, balancing ecosystem of the living body of Gaia. And we have but to listen to the still, small voice within as it bubbles up moment to moment, to use this gift of primordial awareness beneath the conditioning and acculturation of individual societies and countries, but to just listen to what arises within when we drop beneath our thinking mind and find a quiet stillness within, the calm abiding that Buddhists refer to. And from that place, we embrace whatever washes up on our shore, whatever is before us, calling our attention. That is what we can bring our gifts to and see how we can uplift and elevate the vibe. So on this Earth Day, I just want to encourage us all to remember that we are all related. We're one family. We're connected to all the myriad of life, from the microorganisms in the soil to all the different species of plants and animals, and of course, every flavor and color and spice of being human. That diversity is what makes this such an amazing, beautiful, rich experience. So let us celebrate our differences, but be unified in our regard and respect and reverence for our sacred Mother Earth. And may we find small ways, moment to moment, to make a positive difference, to uplift, and to inspire and reassure one another. Remember that community, we are mirrors to one another, and we can look with adoration. We can express our appreciation through loving touch, kind words, right action. And we never know what kind of difference we're making. So while we think globally, let's act locally in our own circles of family and friends, and use our words with loving compassion and kindness to see the best in one another. May we approach each other with a harmlessness and innocence, a childlike openness, free of expectation, allowing each one of us to honor the jiva, the spark of divine that bubbles up and makes each one of us kings and queens. May we listen and be receptive to the gifts that we each have to share. And that sounds like a celebration to me. And so I'm just affirming that we celebrate this gift of life in reverence and gratitude on this beautiful day. And I'm so grateful to be included in this beautiful circle of ancient and wise beings. We love Uncle Tooz. He's helped raise our children. We've been through so much together. And this precious moment is where we get to apply it. This is where the rubber meets the road. Whatever the story of the past, however we've been disappointed or hurt by others, in this moment, we have an opportunity to bring an open heart of compassion and kindness to uplift our brothers and sisters, and to organize and work together to pass on a beautiful, vibrant, living Pachamama to the future generations. That is my reminder to us all today. Thank you, brothers and sisters.